That Deadpool? No, you are not Deadpool, you are Harley Quinn. That is Godzilla. Welcome to anyone who's joined in the stream. Got him.
Yeah, I know. No, too. Saturday.
I can get a guy over here. Nice. Apparently I can't shoot this guy. Do you know what I am gonna do though? This guy cannot build worth a crap.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
That only does health. See, that's what I figured.
For $72. $72.
Welcome to anyone who gets in the stream.
Good. Look at that shit. Oh, I hate that. That's such a issue. Yeah, there's another one. There's one. Yeah.
Hey, Zeke.
What?
I'll be right back here.
You were probably like, wait for my
I'm back. Really, Minion? You just couldn't wait for me 5 seconds? You couldn't wait for 5 freaking seconds? Really? What if I had gotten killed? That would have been your own dumb fault. Part 6 should be out next week, hopefully. Nice. Freaking nice. Once enough people get in, I got a bunch of good news and a little bit of bad news regarding the channel. More good than bad. And then the figure character vote and, other stuff. 8th place first game. I guess since you're here, I'll at least tell you, Zeke. But middle of March here, beginning of April, I won't be active on streams, even possibly videos, for a week to even up to 2 weeks because I'm going to be having my top 2 wisdom teeth removed. So that's going to put me out of commission for about a week, even 2 weeks. But I'm going to try and get as much videos out and pre-recorded. So even if I don't stream, you guys are still able to like see stuff, you know? Because I don't want to be like completely off. I will be out of like work, but YouTube wise, I do not want to cut back. I at least want to have stuff pre-recorded before I do that. Because the past year, my top 2 wisdom teeth have just been chipping and breaking, so got to make an appointment to get these 2 removed. And I'm gonna have to remind everybody who like asks me why I'm not doing anything that that's the reason. So, yeah. Figure I remind the people throughout the next week. Yeah. I'm gonna get, you know how I said that I save like 3 videos per like laptop or phone or whatever? I'm going to try and get up to, within the next week, depending on when my appointment is, I'm going to try and get up to 6 saved, so that way you guys have enough to see while I'm out of commission. Because like I said before, I don't want to leave you guys without material. Because if I'm even gone for like a week or something, that'll just make me feel bad because I want to be able to get the stories out and keep on track, especially with what I got planned for upcoming months. Nice attempt. So that's the bad news. That's the only bad news regarding the channel, is that I'll be out for a week to 2 weeks, either by the middle of the month here, within the next week or so, depending on when my appointment is, or like near the beginning of April. I'll be out for a week to 2 weeks. But that'll all be over by like the middle-ish of April or something like that. Now for the good news. The Skyquake project will be fully uploaded on the channel and everything by the next 2 weeks. So that'll be done because I'm on the semi-final part uploading. And I got up to the what if Frieza turned good story, work-wise, which means, I was gonna call it for my break at the Frieza turning good story. But then I thought at that point, with the Merle sparing Gargiulio and the Frieza turning good, I'm making the third McQueen Walking Dead episode, and that's going to cover what's going on in the Walking Dead version of that world, as well as the teaser with Wolverine being in it, and what Rick and McQueen are doing to like go back to their world or whatever. It's gonna be huge. And then the fourth episode, you guys are going to love it. I'm teasing a like brutal, hellish battle, but I'm not gonna show the picture or anything yet. And you might be asking, wait, wouldn't that put you technically like 6, 7 stories ahead? Yes. But the thing is that besides the Skyquake, Merle Gargiulio, and Frieza turning good stories, all the other ones up to the Frieza turning good and McQueen episode are single parters. So that means that if I really want to be ahead and finally, like, because I have not been ahead on projects since the start of this year because of the John and Cybermen projects getting delayed and, canceled, and they're going to get remade and everything. Because of that, I want to make sure that I'm like ahead. So when I'm done with the third McQueen episode, I'm going to be working on the Billy Loomis surviving story. That's going to be 2 parts. You might be that's not going to be an analysis video like the Stu one. It's going to be 2 parts, and I have a really, 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 really creative way how to bring him back. And then the Saruman getting the ring story is going to be a single part. So once I get to the Saruman ring, I'll be taking a break up until the Merle Gargiulio or right at the beginning of Frieza turning good. And the Merle Gargiulio one, if you did not see the vote that I put for who the governor should kill in the story, Gargiulio won. So the story for Merle Gargiulio is only going to be 2 parts. So think of it as like a what if Morgan shot Jenny, where it's only going to tease Gargiulio's potential like I teased Dwayne's, but nothing huge is going to come out of it. Because Gargiulio and Dwayne can only do so much. So I'm going to do with what I can in the stories that really don't brighten up their potential as much. And you guys chose Gargiulio to die to the governor over Michonne and Andrea. So I had no choice but to apply to the demands because I literally could not think of a better way to do that part of the story because Gargiulio was with Michonne in the house and all of 3 of them were caught off guard. And the governor is 2-eyed in the story, so I had to do it there. And I'll explain more on it if you don't know what I'm talking about whenever we get more people who are actually like intrigued and wanting to see that story. But yeah, that's the good and bad news. I'll talk more about like other specific things and especially like the character figure vote whenever we get more people. But if you had any questions or concerns about that stuff, yeah, that's the main gist of what's going on. TF Motion Freak is like literally right on the cusp of 1K. I saw you're kind of like flipping between like 210, 211, and 212 subscribers. Maybe that's because you don't upload as much and you're a young one yet, so I think it's just going to take time for you to get like up there. But hey, if you have a consistent enough schedule and really good plots, look at some of my older videos. I sucked back then, but people still view stuff like crazy because it's the idea that drives their attention. I had voted for Michonne because I thought it could be really interesting, but Gargiulia dying would probably be very cool. Yes, he is the main lead of the story, but honestly, yeah, there wasn't much room for option for that part of the story. I'll get to your recent comment here in a second. Oh, come on, I'm out of bullets? I don't have any more guns! I don't have any guns or ammo. This is not fair. This isn't fair. All I have is shockwaves and freaking and healables. This is not a fair duel. Leave me alone. Frick. Nope. See you later, loser. Yeah, I've been losing subscribers lately, but it's all right. Yeah. All you need is just the right material and the right schedule, and you'll get there. Is this dude seriously following me? Like, buzz off. Yeah, the past year, my top 2 wisdom teeth have been chipping and breaking, and it took a lot longer than I thought it would, but yeah, they need removed. Freaking A, you great bloomin' imbecile! I need guns. Do you mind? Yeah, so let me explain a little bit more on the 3rd episode of the McQueen story. I'm not going to spoil anything big before I show you guys the picture, but the picture is amazing. So you guys probably, for those who watched the whole story of What If Rick Found Lightning McQueen, that goes as probably one of my best stories of all time. And the fact that it's an actual Omniverse and that it's going to literally to find the definition of my channel makes it even better. But anyway, the picture for Dale's return and the evil Dale being a variant of Dale that, like, you know, it's a different variant, the one who could actually control his eye and everything like that. And that picture was decent, but I'm going to tell you right now, the pictures for the 3rd and 4th episodes, and 3rd one I'm working on right now because of the whole Gargiulia and Frieza turning good stories, those pictures, you guys are going to love them. Like, I'm serious. You guys are absolutely going to love them. And I plan to bring a lot of violence and, like, serious potential into those episodes. Let's just say that the Dale variant and the Wolverine that appeared in the Walking Dead version, they might end up colliding at one point. Yeah, across the Walking Dead version, and the Cars world, I'm planning on bringing a huge heck of a ton of lore and deep diving. You know what I really am glad about? When I started this whole Rick found Lightning McQueen and Omniverse thing, and I said that this is literally going to define my channel till I run out of ideas or I'm done off of what ifs on YouTube and there's nothing left to give. But you know what the funny thing is? I'm literally 3-4 episodes into the Omniverse of that story creating it. And yet I'm thriving off of the material that I'm using from that. So, and even though the second episode didn't receive as much success as the movie or series of Rick finding Lightning McQueen, you guys still seem very intrigued by the prospect, and it's only going to bring in more people from here. So only time will tell if you guys proceed to stick around for the full thing. But we shall see. Is this Goku? I'm the Goku black skin, and I'm literally fighting Goku. Except there's one difference. I'm Super Saiyan Rose in your base form, buddy. Should have went Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah, let's just say that my Omniverse makes the Marvel Universe look simple. Apparently, Robert Downey is making the backstory for Doctor Doom as we speak. Because remember, those movies, Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, will be 2026 and 7's highlights. And whenever 2027 comes out with Secret Wars, the MCU as we know it is done forever. It's going to reset just like James Gunn reset the DCU. The only problem I have with that is that James Gunn reset the DCU without giving it a story or characters that actually did much. He didn't expand upon the true nature or force or feel of the characters. Whereas the MCU has taken every single superhero that we know pretty much and made it a compelling and awesome story. And has even taken DCU characters and put them, and like X-Men and stuff, and put them in the MCU. So that's why the MCU has way more freaking going for it than the DCU ever will. So once they reset it, I don't care if they reset it, because at least they gave the MCU a chance rather than give up with everything like James Gunn did. So let's just say after Secret Wars, I'm never watching another MCU film ever again. Because I want to remember the MCU for what it was. Now you might be asking, well, if that's the case, why did you keep watching Scream after Scream 5? Because it's a requel. Because they brought the original characters back while putting new focus on new ones. And because Tara and Sam no longer matter because both of them dropped out of the Scream franchise. So, if you really think about it, them coming into the franchise didn't really matter. Now, they are still keeping Mindy and Chad in the field because they're new characters, but those are Randy's children. And honestly, it's a lot to process. Yeah, it's a lot to process. I killed him, almost died. Whew. People are annoying. I love how they do the Sub-Zero thing in the frickin' game. That's cool. Thank you. Crap, I forgot about the storm. Scrap. So, Zeke, I've been meaning to ask if I haven't already, at least to you. Um, I've asked you about the list with like the JFK and the King and everything, but from the new list, like with Mercer and Gargiulo, Frieza Turinga, all those stories, which one of those stories are you looking forward to the most on the current list? Since the one with like the King and all that stuff doesn't really matter anymore, because that list has been out for a while and it's almost over. Like after the Skyquake, John MCU, King getting lost, and the JFK one, that list is over. I've already deleted it. So, yeah, that one doesn't really matter anymore. I love how they gave you the Sub-Zero combat kit, yet it doesn't let you throw ice balls. You know, like, I get it. You can slide and also use your combat, and they're literally taking the Mortal Kombat thing into effect. But it feels like they should have given him at least some form of an ice technique. Like they already gave him the ice and everything. What I'm saying is they should have made him be able to throw ice balls. Okay. Like I said, it's only going to be 2 parts, but I do put good faith on Gargiulo's name more than I did in What If Morgan Shot Jenny with Dwayne. But hey, good news is about that. I am not done with Dwayne Jones. You'll be seeing him come back. And does the Gargiulio being killed thing mean that Gargiulio will never be touched on again? Frick no. Because I have What If Gargiulio joined Negan and What If he killed Merle. So this isn't the last you've seen of him. Freaking A. I hate people. People hate me. 5th place. I got 8th and 5th place. At least I did better in the second game. I won 2 games in a row last time. And the time before. Growling Grizz. Oh, and another thing. One more thing that I forgot to mention. For those who weren't around for my April Fool's Lori stream last year, for those who weren't around, I think it was mainly the trolls like King of Portals, GMB, and all that were here for that. I don't think anybody else was. I don't know why, but just no one else was. Maybe they weren't used to me streaming like that. On a like it was the same with the ones who live streams. It was random. Um And granted, I could have given a little bit more notice, which is why I already teased 2 streams ago about the April Fool's one. This April Fool's, I'm going to be quoting or reviewing the best Transformers show, Robots in Disguise. And those not familiar with my April Fool's streams, the Lori one last year was I put the Omniverse of Nick's review on the best Walking Dead character, and really it was me making fun of Lori the entire time. I just wish more people would have been around for it. And anyone who didn't check it out, feel free to, especially if you hate Lori Grimes as much as me. People talk about, oh, she wasn't that bad. Why are you getting so upset over Lori? There's literally no reason to like her. There's absolutely no reason to like her. Oh, but she thought that Rick was dead. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that was an exact year ago. I don't know when you started showing up, to be honest. I know whenever King Devon and people like that started showing up is when I made my What If Rick Exiled Shane the remake. That's stuck in my mind. Because that was my first story on the channel remade. Another thing. And I already made a post about this. Multiple, actually, and I'm going to keep reminding until I'm done watching it, because I'm barely even through season 1. But I'm watching Bosch right now, which is Madison Lintz's other project. For those who don't know, Madison Lintz is Sophia's actor. And Bosch is the series that she went on to after The Walking Dead. Freaking getting killed in season 2. Like, that's going to annoy me for the rest of my life. My point is, I am watching that and what ifs and stuff like that. You guys are free to recommend. And for anyone asks, I already have Maddie Bosch in The Walking Dead. And what if Maddie Bosch stayed with her dad instead of her mom? Saved already. So can't recommend those. But besides that, yeah, that's the deal on the table. So work-wise, that's the series that I'm on. And I was waiting for that to get delivered. It was about a day and a half late. So before that, I thought I had seen everything off Netflix, DVD, Disney Plus, VHS. But then I went on to Netflix and I saw like 10 plus horror movies, 15, which is why I made that post also about horror movie suggestions. And Zeke, I replied to your comment about like the Evil Dead and those other suggestions, if you saw that comment or not. Now I'm playing as the Growling Grizz. People have also dissed on Fortnite way too much. Like, Fortnite, do you know of another game that literally collides everything in fiction and real life history into a video game, shooting, and all that stuff? Tell me one game that does that. One. I mean, true, you got games like Super Smash Brothers and stuff like that, but, you know, this game is, I wouldn't say better, than Super Smash Brothers because Super Smash Bros is pretty freaking lit. I haven't even gotten some of like the newer versions, but what I'm saying is people diss Fortnite way too much. But I'll tell you what, the only thing that I hate about Fortnite is that sometimes they only put one icon skin in the pass. And besides that, November 2024 was the worst month and year of Fortnite, colliding the Chapter 2 remix into the actual gameplay. But that's it. That's the only things that bug me about Fortnite. So you're around like when it happened. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, I got the bat. Yeah, the fact that the kneecapper is probably my favorite weapon in this season. Oh, um, season 2 of Dead City is coming out here in 1 month, a few days after April. So you know what that means? We're gonna see Negan back with Lucille. And I'm gonna talk more on my opinions on that here in a minute. Yes, it will. Dead City Season 1 didn't really offer anything. Daryl Dixon 1 and 2 did, though. But yeah, haven't seen you in a freaking minute. Black Widow or Black Cat? Black Widow? You mean Catwoman? If that's what you mean, then I would go with Black Widow. I thought that was just Catwoman. I didn't know there were two cat villains and that they had different names. You can have this bat in your face. You know, Dead City Season 2 makes me think that the fact that Negan's getting Lucille back, it makes me question, are they just giving him another Lucille like Brandon did? Or are they actually giving him Lucille that he freaking broke and burned? How the frick would they be able to bring that back? If they do that and this is actually for real, and it's not like a new Lucille, Lucille will go down in history besides Morgan's staff as the strongest weapon of all time. I mean, granted, Morgan's stick has broken half and like been merged with an axe, but you get my meaning. I almost just died just then. All right, we got a few minutes here, and then I'm going to show off the winner for this week's character figure vote. Ah, jeez. Ah, frick. How the frick? Nice. Nice indeed, dude. How in the F is this dude still alive? Let's dance. You really thought you could hide from me? I got a freaking bat. You ain't hiding from nothing. All right, after this match, I'll show off the winner for this week's character figure vote. Either that or I just need to find a minute to stop the game. Hey, new car. Okay, you know what? I'll show it here. Super Vegito is the winner for this week's character figure vote. And Hades, the Disney version, is second place, along with 3 others. Now I'm gonna wait here. And I'm gonna show off the picture, I guess. Here is the picture for Super Vegito. And the next poll and the picture for Super Vegito will be posted to Discord. Well, the poll will be posted only to YouTube, but all the other stuff, as usual, YouTube, Discord, Patreon, all the same stuff. And I also massively updated the Patreon, and made a special update on there for anyone who hasn't joined or has not checked it out yet. I'm starting to get way more used to this bat. So I'll keep Vegito right by me so people know that he won. Or Super Vegito. Frick! 15th place. I went from 8th to 5th to 15th. Screw this, I'm going on creative. I'll just give this away right now. Besides Hades, the Disney version, the entire poll for this week's character figure vote, I say this week's because it's technically close to the next week. The next poll, besides Hades, is going to be comprised solely of Dragon Ball. So, and the other thing is that it's going to be a very unique poll. But I really don't ever give away anything on the polls, so I'm not about to start now. Your channel's 5 years old. Nice. Mine will be 4 years old in September. And you guys have done amazing with your support. So, I thank you guys. You guys have given me freaking amazing support these past few years. And that's fine. I wouldn't expect the vast majority of you to know anything about Dragon Ball anyway. So that's perfectly fine. Like I said, it's just a way for you guys to see all the figures that I've collected over the years since I was a little kid without a shelf to display them on or a room to display them on yet. And just to see which character that you guys really like, see which people that you like, because it could also help me and you guys to think of different what ifs in the future. So it's helping everybody out in a way. I love the Fang in Fortnite. Best vehicle. Because it's a freaking hot rod. So how you guys been? Enjoying the stuff on the channel and everything? I mean, I don't know how many besides TF are and the ones that don't really comment on the streams are Transformers fans, but hey, never hurts to ask. I flung a lot back with my hot rod. Yeah? Wait until you see the pick for the third episode of the McQueen story. I can't make you know how I said the third and fourth would be the and that they'd be really, really cool. Well, I'm not gonna be able to make the fourth one until I know that, because remember, I don't make the McQueen episodes, the McQueen Walking Dead verse episodes, until a huge project or a multiversal project is put in front of me, like the Merle Gargiulo and Frieza Turning Good stories. So, what that means is I don't know when I'm going to be making the next McQueen Walking Dead verse episode. So, for now, you guys will just have to bask in the glory of the third McQueen Walking Dead episode and the picture. But I won't be posting the pictures, updates, or anything like that besides the poll and the picture and everything after the stream until I'm done with the third McQueen Walking Dead episode and until I'm done with the Billy Loomis and Saruman stories. Because since I'm pretty much technically ready for my break, like always, I'm not going to explain my whole 5-6 story routine because I've done that multiple times. But since I'm technically pretty much almost there, I want to wait until I'm technically fully there with the Billy Loomis and Saruman short stories before I go ahead and just post the pictures. I want to post them all at once to give you guys the full grasp of all the details. You know, I want to give you guys everything. You guys can attack me all you want. Will you guys get off my back already? I'm playing on my all-out creative map again because, you know, I went from 8th to 5th to freaking 15th. So I'm just playing creative now for fun because I want to be able to do something. Get back! Which pictures in particular did you like? Just curious. By the way, I'm totally a trap spammer in Fortnite. Yeah. King Devin doesn't know anything about Transformers either, so you're not alone. It's all good. What are the shows that I do cover that you are interested in, besides The Walking Dead, obviously? You zombies want to dance? Owly! Cars, Scream, and all MCU related stuff. Gotcha. Really? Really? Really again? Okay, I just like to know whenever I'll see certain fans or when they'll show up and stuff like that. So it's nice to know that that's the stuff that you're into. So I'll see you for the John Wick and MCU project, for the King getting lost. What about like real life stuff, like the presidents and certain real life events? I want to know if I'll see you for those kinds of what ifs. If I saw you in the second Big Bang one or the Abraham Lincoln one. Because remember, real life stuff's part of the channel too. Yeah, I'm on an all-out map that I created in Creative, Fortnite, where I basically have zombies, bots, wolves, and dinos, and I have almost every weapon from the game. And it's basically like I can invite friends or just play by myself and just basically either fight my friends or the bots, zombies, wolves, and dinos that are in the game and just literally solo the entire map. I have 10,000 health, shield, damage boost, all the strongest vehicles, all the traps, and yeah. I have damage boost because if I didn't have damage boost, the fact that I have 100 of every single guy, it would take way freaking longer to kill all of them. Especially dependent on what weapon you're using to kill them. And I want to be able to do something. I don't want to stand in the stream bored. Okay. Let's go find the other zombies and kill them. Are you into wrestling? Like when I did that John Cena Walking Dead video and that I teased that I'm going to be doing, you know, WWE what ifs. You're young yet, so maybe you're not, but hey, I might as well ask. I'll try to check out the new in real life ones that come out. I haven't been the most interested in the others, but I'll give them a chance. Yeah, I'll check those out. I haven't watched the most WWE lately. But I was watching it a lot last year. Last year is when I got into the WWE. I already liked John Cena and The Rock, but last year was when I truly got into almost every superstar's promos, almost every single fight, all the important stuff that has happened in the WWE universe, and yeah, literally almost everything. Get out of my way! Now I have to get better weapons. Oh! And another thing that I forgot to mention that honestly, I honestly should just keep as a big surprise, but honestly, sharing it now doesn't hold that much of a crutch. Think of it as a teaser, if you will. You know how I kind of teased that I would be setting up merchandise or like pictures and stuff like that, like what I'm doing on the Patreon, except different, obviously. You know how I kind of teased that? Well, I have a friend from my actual work, because I have a job outside of trying to make this a career, and she is going to help me make actual merchandise. Now, not like big stuff like pictures, like the pictures that I fan make for my projects. Nothing big like that. But they are going to have words and outlines on them. It's an experiment for myself, but I figured that I would mention it because it's something that I might be able to sell given enough time within the next year. So I'm teasing right now, within the next year, you might be seeing merchandise on this channel. Your first recommendation a few days ago? Nice. That's awesome, dude. I can't wait to see people actually buy it whenever they start coming out. I would show off what they look like, but she hasn't made my experiment shirts yet. But I am promising you that they are coming. But as for a release date for them to sell, I can't promise anything. I have the ideas still saved, but as for the design and the wording and the outlines, that's not a thing yet. Yeah, the Patreon has been massively updated. I made a huge update along with sharing the Google Doc on there because I didn't show it. I've showed it everywhere but the Patreon. So I made sure to do that. And I also informed everybody who is on Patreon that wasn't aware of what I do on the shop and just gave a general update as to what the Patreon has to offer. I love how you're the only one in the stream. That was the same with Slick at an hour and 10. He showed up, and TF showed up right at the last minute. King Devin hasn't been in streams for a while. He's been busy. Shut up. Yeah, I plan to do. Oh, another thing. Something cool that I want to ask. Those 6 stories that I teased at the beginning of this year, which one of those 6 are you looking forward to? If you need me to reiterate them, I will. If you don't remember what they were. So I'll reiterate what they were. They were, what if Clara from The Walking Dead survived? What if Ironhide was in Transformers Prime? What if Banyu stayed in the Ginyu Force? What if Goku's heart virus turned him into a zombie? What if Jason Voorhees was Negan's slave or minion? And there's one more. Don't tell me. What if Roman Reigns was in The Walking Dead? Which one of those 6 are you looking forward to? And then I'm going to get to my other announcement regarding them. Yeah, I thought about it when I was making my AI channel trailer, which is still uploaded on the channel as a short, by the way, because I'm not getting rid of how cool that was. As for Roman Reigns, ever since I got into the WWE after WrestleMania 40 and John Cena, The Rock, and everything being one of the main things I'm watching, Roman Reigns and the Bloodline being a part of The Walking Dead. I'm teasing right now. He's going to be part of Walker's group from Fear the Walking Dead. He's basically going to be the ruler of Walker's group, and Walker's going to be like the one of the like main henchmen or something. But yeah, that's going to be how that goes. So just as a general heads up. And as for the Jason Voorhees one, I'll mention more on that in a minute. Oh, I also want to mention this. Since TF Motion Freak is doing Henry Danger what ifs, I already planned on doing that, but he gave me or at least put the thoughts in my head about certain other ideas regarding that, and they're crossover ideas. And they're really cool ones that I came up with while recommending one of them to him. What if Slappy the Dummy was a creation, or if he was born in Captain Man's man cave? And I'm not doing Annabelle or any of the other creepy dolls because Slappy is the most legit. And then I'm also saving what if Dr. Jumba worked for Captain Man? So that means Stitch and all those other experiments of Dr. Jumba Chukiba, they're going to be created in the man cave. Meaning you're going to see a completed Stitch because he was never complete. Anyone else care to die today? Looks like all the dinos are taken care of. Now I just have the bots to concern myself with. That's fine with me. Ooh, that's supposed, especially the Stitch one. Yeah, yeah. It's almost the intention. Frick. Really? Mhm. I love spamming traps. At least someone joined the stream. Because I don't think anybody else is. Although TF joined at the last 10 minutes. And he also posted his Rescue Bots Part 5 before the stream. So who knows? He might. Never say never. All it's left to do is wait and see. I don't really know what else to talk about. Pretty much said all I needed to. There's not really too much else to say. Besides, like, ongoing stuff, projects, figure character pools. Yeah, there isn't too much else to talk about. More or less just relaxing, playing games. Freaking A with this running! No. No, I have not. I'm not really into Jurassic Park. You did see my reply to you about like the horror movies and stuff, right? So the ones that I said yes to, you're more than welcome to ask some ideas about that. Like Evil Dead and stuff like that. Unless you meant like the old-fashioned Evil Dead, in which case I'm not doing that. Only the 2013 adaptation, and Evil Dead Rise. Then again, the only ones I have saved from there are crossovers with Mia. So far. Whew! What a day this has been. Don't you bots ever quit? I mean, I am the one who made them, but still. Frick! Yeah, well, frick you too. Um, and if you have, did I tell you about my really cool recent idea for horror movie stuff? If you don't have any stuff for the horror movies and franchises you recommended, or if you didn't see my reply, that's perfectly okay. Um, did you see my recent teaser that I'm going to be making a actual movie? Not like my what if movies, but an actual like what if movie. Like not even just in separate parts, but like an actual movie of what if Joker, Pennywise, and Art the Clown all collided. Because they're the three scariest, ruthless, most evil clowns in the history of clown anything. So That's why I had the idea to make them in a movie together. That movie sounds absolutely awesome. I'd love to see Pennywise's reaction to art. I have a few ideas. Those will be far in the future. You can recommend me Evil Dead. You can recommend as many as you want, no matter how far in the future it is, that I make them. But I'm not doing Five Nights at Freddy's or Hellraiser. But you can recommend as many Evil Dead ideas as you want. You never know if they'll be in the future or not. Not until I make them. Not until I make pictures or announcements of them. Everything is meant to be a surprise to throw you off your game. Until I end up, stumbling words out about them and then everybody knows. Yeah, so you can recommend as many Evil Dead ideas as you want. I ain't gonna stop you from doing that. You think you could just pickaxe me and get away with it? You know what really gets me? John Cena turning heel after 20 years. WrestleMania 41 is going to be freaking lit with Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Oh, so you haven't seen even the 2013 one? You've only seen the older ones? That sucks. If you want to talk about true Evil Dead and like really good stuff, watch the 2013 adaptation and the freaking Evil Dead Rise. Technically they all exist in one franchise. But I only count the 2013 and Evil Dead as standalones. Kind of together, but I prefer them as like alone films. I think I'm almost done with the bots. I'm pretty much done with the stream anyway. Sure. If you already got a plan and everything like that, yeah, I'd love to hear what you got. Just as long as you got a plan, a good format, and a good time frame and schedule, quote unquote. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you got in store. Nice. And I plan on stopping the stream here. Even though you're the only one that showed up, it's still a decent stream. Got to talk about stuff that's going on the next month. Got to talk about what's going on with you. And got to talk about ideas and stuff going on in general. So I'm going to be posting the next poll and the picture of Hulk, or not Hulk, frickin' Super Vegito. Hulk won last time. Once I'm done with the stream here. And then I'm going to be working on the 3rd McQueen episode, which I should have done by the weekend. And after that is the Billy Loomis and Saruman stories. And then I'm taking a good break, which will help me out a lot for when I do eventually have to get my teeth removed. For anyone who missed the stream or anything like that, just watch it back. And if I have to say a few extra things that people missed out on, that's why I'm going to keep reminding until that day comes. And with all that said, I will see you guys later for the posts, the Patreon, all that stuff. Check that stuff out if you haven't. Just remember, the Patreon is going to be the new way of getting income since the ads aren't there. And for updates on stories and stuff like that, you'll be seeing that when I get the Saruman story complete. And once my break is over after the Merle, Gargiulio, and Frieza story starts getting uploaded, the 5th and 6th stories on that list is what I'm going to be creating the next batch. Don't know what they're going to be yet, but I will tease right now that the stories that I teased for this year, the 6 stories, are going to be posted 2 at a time, starting the next batch, from the least awesome to the most awesome. That's saying a lot considering what they have to offer. With all that said, I will see you guys later for the posts and everything like that. And updates and everything, I'll let you guys know next week, especially what's going on, especially with my teeth and what's going to be going on the next month, up to a month at least, because it should only take that long to get it done and then recover from it. And then next week for the videos and everything. And with all that said, thank you at least, Zeke, for joining. Anyone who missed could just text me on Discord or the YouTube or something when I make the posts. And I will keep you guys updated and see you guys later.